Man, I have missed you guys. If you've done any sort of traveling in the last couple of years, then you have certainly seen them. Those cool, chic, distinguishable roller suitcases, the Away Luggage. Now, I have had my Away Luggage for about 2 years now, and I love it. So if you're thinking about buying one of these suitcases, or you're just curious to know what the hype is all about, then definitely keep watching, because in this video, I'm gonna be doing a review of the Away Bigger Carry-On suitcase. So this review is just for the bigger carry-on, but Away has a variety of suitcases and luggage to choose from. They've got the carry-on, which is slightly smaller than the bigger carry-on. Then they've got the bigger carry-on, obviously. They've also got a medium-sized suitcase and a large suitcase. They also sell more than just luggage. They also have some really cute toiletry bags. They've got some adorable packing cubes. I've talked a couple times about the Away Mini that I absolutely love to take with me. They've got all sorts of things. Definitely head over to the Away website and check out all the things that they have. Let's first talk about the price, because that's pretty important. I'm not gonna lie, it is a little pricey. So the basic bigger carry-on costs about $245 without tax. There is an option of adding a portable charger power pack, which costs an additional $20. But the good thing is that despite the cost, there is a 100-day trial, free shipping if you buy off their website, and a limited lifetime warranty should anything go wrong with your luggage. Now, with that being said, when you compare the Away Bigger Carry-On with some of the other hardshell suitcases that are available on the market, the price is actually not that bad. So for example, Samsonite is another luggage company that I love. They're very popular. Samsonite is a reliable company. They have a great reputation, and if you go on their website and check out some of the carry-on options that they have, they've got like a free-form carry-on spinner, which costs about $169. Black label carry-on spinner, that's $425. I know Monos is also a pretty popular brand for luggage, and it's pretty comparable to Away, and their carry-on plus is $288, often on sale for $245. And then if you look at some of those luxury suitcases out there, they cost you about $740. They're all selling around that same price point of about $240, $245 to about, $280. So when you look at that and you compare all of them, Away Luggage actually isn't that expensive in comparison. So I guess I'm saying all that just to say that if you are looking for a good piece of luggage, a quality piece of luggage, it's going to cost you, and you're gonna have to pay for it. So let's move on to the outer features and dimensions of the bag. The exterior measurements of the bag are 22.7 inches by 14.7 inches by 9.6 inches. On its own, with nothing inside, it weighs 7.4 pounds and can hold up to 47.9 liters. So I really love this suitcase because it's hard shelled. So it has a polycarbonate shell, which is pretty lightweight. I tend to try to be a light traveler, so I'm all about keeping things light, packing light. So for a traveler like me who tends to travel pretty light and loves to do carry-on only when possible, the fact that it is a lighter material and the case itself is pretty light is beneficial for me. So although it's a hard shell suitcase, there is a little bit of like give, especially at the zippers. I personally really like that. I know that that is a feature that some people might not really be into. And I will say, don't be fooled by how flimsy the Away Luggage feels, because when you first get it, it does feel a little bit flimsy, and especially when it's empty. This is empty right now. And I also really like the design of the outside of the case. It's minimal, it's sleek, it's nice, and it's got these horizontal ridges on the outside. The zipper is great. I do find it to be durable. I do love that it's a double zip. And of course, with the bigger carry-on and with any Away suitcase, I believe there is a top-facing built-in TSA-approved lock on the top. And I am a really big fan of having a lock on your luggage to protect your stuff when you're traveling. I, for one, have certainly been a victim to people going into my bag and stealing things. So Away does the work for you in that sense. And it's a coded lock, so you can easily go ahead and set a code. Now, there are two handles on the outside, one at the top and one at the side, each with the Away logo on them. These handles are pretty soft and grippy. If you are checking your bag and it's going around on the conveyor belt, that's the easiest way to grab your luggage. You can grab it from the side or grab it from the top. This is also the way that I grab my suitcase like this and hoist it on top of in the overhead compartment. One thing to note though with the Away Luggage is that there is no handle on the bottom. I know with some other suitcases, especially with soft shell suitcases, they have that extra handle on the bottom. So that's something I think important to note. On the Away Bigger Carry-On, there is a trolley handle at the top. It's nice and smooth. I'm not sure exactly what material this is, but it's really nice. Of course, you push in the button and pull up. There are 3 positions that you can lock your, that you can lock the trolley handle into. So there's 1, 2, 3. So I do find that for me, luggage that I've had in the past, when it begins to break down, I find that that trolley handle is one of the first things to go. It gets stuck and I can't push it down, or it gets stuck and I can't pull it up, and it's just right here in this area. If you get the bigger carry-on with the additional portable charger, this is where the charger would be, right here. If you are going to choose that option and go with the bigger carry-on that has a portable charger, I would make sure that you check your airline's policies, because I do know that a lot of airlines, if you're checking your bag, they do require that you take out the portable charger and put it inside your bag. I don't think carry-on is an issue, but definitely make sure you check your airline's policies before you fly so that you're ready and you know what to do if you are choosing that option. The wheels are by far one of my favorite features of this bag. There are 4 360-degree spin wheels, and because I love a good detail, there's also the Away logo on each one of the wheels. Super cute, which I find is really great when I'm standing in the security line, because I feel like there's always people around you at every angle and every side, and you're constantly moving. Sometimes you're stopping at weird angles, so I love that the wheels are 360 because I can spin my suitcase closer to me, away from me, to adjust in the security line. And the good thing about it is that you can roll it directly by your side as you're going through the airport, but you can also lean it and pivot it like a normal 2-wheeled suitcase and pull it behind you. But I will say that these wheels are not great on any sort of cobblestone, so, which is like any European country. That's just me putting a warning out there. And they're quiet. I cannot stand being that person in the airport that has got those really loud, noisy luggage and you're just walking around the airport like, I don't want to be that person. So it does open flat like most suitcases do. So technically it's designed in a way where one compartment is designed for clothing, the other compartment is designed for things like shoes and toiletries and more loose items. So when you first open it, you'll see that there is a zipped divider with a meshed pocket. I like to pack flatter items in that zipped pocket, like books and notebooks. This is also the place where I pack a lot of my last minute items that I forgot I needed to pack. So on the right hand side, there is just pretty much an open compartment, and there are 2 compression straps that keep your items nice and compressed when you're traveling. And this side is basically just like an open bucket. And this is the side that I like to pack all of my clothing in. I tend to pack with packing cubes. So what I love about this open compartment is that I can put all of my items in a packing cube and pack my suitcase almost like a puzzle, and I'll just put the different packing cubes wherever there's an open space, wherever they fit. If you don't use packing cubes, you can certainly roll all of your items or fold them, or however you want to pack. I mean, pack your suitcase however you want to. So on the side in the corner, well, not really the corner, but on the side, there is a small zipped pocket. And inside that pocket is a hidden water-resistant laundry bag, and you can put dirty clothes in here, wet bathing suits. It even snaps in and out, so you can take it out completely if you want to. But it is nice to have, and nice that it's included in the luggage. On the other side is another large compartment, and this is a side where I normally put my shoes, my toiletries, my electronics, maybe an extra scarf. It's fully zipped with this mesh zipper all the way on the outside, and I love it because it keeps everything in place. So that's the inside. Yeah, just 2 big compartments that you can use to pack. How to clean your bigger Away carry-on. Cleaning your luggage is really easy. When you buy your luggage and you get your luggage in the mail, it comes with its own version of a magic eraser, and because it's hard shell and the material that it's made from is really easy to clean. Whenever I come home for a trip, for example, I unpack, I get that magic eraser out, I wet it, and I go through the outside of the case, find any scrapes, wipe it off, and you're good to go. Now, because I have a darker color, it is easier for me to keep it clean. But if you do end up getting a lighter color, I do think you might have to put a little bit extra elbow grease in there to get some of the scrapes and the stains off. The inside is also really easy to clean. You can get a damp paper towel, wet it, and then wipe the inside. You could just leave it flat and open for a couple of hours or for a day, and it'll just dry pretty quickly. I also like to vacuum the inside of my luggage every now and then, especially if I'm coming back from a trip like the beach or a place where, you know, there was a lot of sand and dirt. Now let's talk about some advantages to the Away Bigger Carry-On and some disadvantages. So I think one of the main disadvantages to this bag is that there's no outside pocket. I don't have a problem with it not having an outside pocket because normally when I travel with this suitcase, I am most likely traveling also with a travel backpack, and in that backpack, that's where I keep all of my travel documents and my in-flight essentials. So if you're into that outside pocket and you definitely are one of those people that needs to have that outside pocket, I totally get that. Away does sell a bigger carry-on with a fully nylon zipped outside pocket. The only thing I will say is that I think the bigger carry-on with the outside zipped pocket doesn't have a lot of options for color, so that would be something that you would have to take into consideration. Another disadvantage is the price. Most of us work really hard for our money, and $245 is not a small chunk of change on a piece of luggage. Like I said in the beginning of this video, if you want something of quality and you want a good piece of luggage, then it is gonna cost you and it is an investment. So I think I'd say another disadvantage that I find with this luggage is that a lot of people have it. I don't know if it's one of those things where a lot of people have it because it's trendy, or do a lot of people have it because it is a good, durable, reliable piece of luggage and people are looking for reliable items and durable items, especially when it comes to travel. So, you know, if you're one of those people that's not really into having something that a lot of people have, then you might want to look into another brand, another type of luggage. Advantage, disadvantage. Some of the advantages to the Away Bigger Carry-On is that it comes with a lot of small things that really make your travel a little bit better. Every bigger carry-on comes with a built-in TSA approved combination lock, 360-degree spin wheels, a leather luggage tag, an interior compression system, a hidden water-resistant laundry bag, and also a magic eraser. So those are all kind of things that are built into the price, and those are things that do make your travels a little bit better. You know, call me basic, but I do love traveling in style. And so for me, I love the way it looks. I love the design. I love how simple and minimal it is. I love that it comes in all these cute colors that you can choose from. I love that. Another advantage is that 100-day trial, because if you buy the luggage, you use it for 50 days and you find that you don't like it or you want a different size, they do have that 100-day trial. So you can send it back, you can exchange it, you can get a full refund, and especially since you are paying $245 for it. So now let's talk about packing. Check out this video. Look who decided to join. You never look at the camera. Look at the camera. Oh, yes. Oh. Okay, bye.